Hey y'all, we're live here on YouTube, first time. So just wanted to welcome you aboard. My name's Mark, and I am here to help folks who are struggling to make ends meet. Yeah, we've all been there to some degree or another, especially me, as I've come up after leaving the Air Force after almost 10 years. I bounced around from job to job, making minimum wage up to about $14, $15 an hour. So the struggle to make ends meet is real. I've felt it and I've found a solution that I'm here to provide and talk about a little bit. What we're talking about here, the blueprint that I found is called the digital marketing blueprint. Yeah, it's set up to where once you get everything up and running, you put in about 2 hours a day of work and the rest of the day is yours to do with what you want. Now, with that being said, it's understood that you don't have to do that 2 hours all in one sitting. You do it an hour here, 20 minutes there, 20 minutes someplace else, another 20 minutes someplace else, all in creating content, helping people out of the same situation that you're in. It's really that simple. This is what I have is a training course to teach you digital marketing. That's exactly what this is. Now, there is an investment required. There's 4 levels. Yeah, there's a $100 level, which gets you the basic, this is how digital marketing works. If you already have a business, this is a good way to get started. Then there's a second level at $300, which offers a little bit more, a $600 level, which offers a little bit more. And with the other 2 levels above the first level, you get 2 and 3 streams of income to resell at your leisure. You can, like what I did, I went in at the $900 level. That gave me the 4 income streams. That gave me the $100 level, 300, 600, and $900 levels to be able to provide to you to help you have a way to get started. All right, think about it. To get started, you pick your investment level. There is a $39 website fee that's applied. If you go with the $900 level, that $39 is a one-time fee. If you start at the $100 level and you pay the $39, when you move to the next level, there's another $39 fee. The next level, 39, the next level, $39. So you're paying that $39 fee for every step you move up. That's why I suggest you go with the $900 level. That way you pay it one time and you're done. No more. It's not a reoccurring fee. It's a one-time shot, paid once a month, and you're done. Okay. With this market blueprint 2, the other good thing is this is not multi-level marketing. And that's one thing that I don't care for. I don't really flourish in multi-level marketing situations. So I decided to go with this because I felt like this was something that is my business. I can run this the way that I want to, although I have to follow that blueprint. I don't have to, I could, but why reinvent the wheel? If there's that blueprint already made, why would you want to recreate and reinvent the wheel on it? All right. That's the beauty of all this. All you've got to do is plug and play. There's a website already designed. There's the sales funnels already made. Your landing page is all pretty much set up. All you have to do is create some free accounts for uh, like PayPal to get paid, for System.io for your sales funnels. And there's some information that you have to plug and play in with the website that they use, GoDaddy, but System.io hosts it. So yeah, you really don't really have to pay any more upfront than what I've suggested already. All right, everything else can be done free. Learning how to use Canva to create ads. It's just one of those great deals that you don't come across very often. Nor do most people explain the nuts and bolts of what's really going on. You know, like I said, my story, Bounced around from job to job coming up. I just couldn't find the right fit. I finally, living out in Austin, Texas, came across an opportunity to start doing lighting retrofits. Well, me not really wanting to be an electrician, I thought, well, I need a job. Let's check this out and see what it is. What it turned out being is going into office buildings and taking all of the light fixtures and replacing all of the old lamps and ballasts with new lamps and ballasts and fixtures if they needed it. So I signed up, I got hired on, and the next thing I knew, here I am as an apprentice electrician. Again, that was never anything I really wanted to be, but at the same time, uh, it just uh, it was just something that um, I needed to do at the time. So from there, we were working at the University of Texas for about 2 years. When that contract ended, went down to McAllen, Texas, and started a project down there. Well, that got put on hold for a bit. So I'm sitting here in Austin with nothing to do, you know, losing money. And my parents were here in North Carolina, where I'm at now, getting older. And I felt like it was time to kind of come back home. So as I came back home, there was still no lighting retrofit contracts to do. So I took a job as a convenience store clerk. I lasted a week. That was just not for me. Um, it was just not my cup of tea, and I commend those people who can do that. Who are happy, at the cash register and helping people in the convenience stores. That takes a special talent. So my hat goes off to y'all. But I also know is that you're not making a whole lot of money doing it. So with that, if you really want to get out of the funk, out of the day to day, living paycheck to paycheck, different ways you feel about your finances. I know you're not making enough, and same with wait staff. Some wait staff can make great money on tips and different things like that, but you're really still only living paycheck to paycheck. That's not really a whole lot to really sink your teeth into and get uh, get financially secure with. All right, that's why I'm offering this program. Again, think about if you sell one program a week, that's $900. If you sell the $900 program, think about if you sell a 900, a 600, and a couple of 100s. That's $1,700 a week. Multiply that by 52 weeks a year if you do it on a consistent basis. you know, you're making a fair amount of money that you can be able to put away for the most part. You could use some of it to help, get you out of debt. You put some of it away for a rainy day fund, different things like that. But you've got to take the step. You've got to make the choice to help yourself. That's the bottom line with all this. If you're not willing to help yourself get out of the situation that you're fussing about, then just keep on fussing. You'll never get anywhere until you decide to take action and make things happen. Right? Think about this. Action takers are money makers. If you're not willing to take action like what I'm doing right now, you're never going to get anywhere. And believe me, this is not easy for me because I'm an introverted type of personality. I don't when I'm out in public like that, I kind of stay away from the fray, so to speak. I don't seek the limelight. However, this is my business. This is what I've got to do. So this is why I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm sharing with you a system that can help you achieve your financial goals and set you up financially for life. Not only that, this system will help you create a legacy for your children and your children's children to where they are financially taken care of. Yeah, you learn how all about different types of income streams that you can get into later on once you get master all of this. And it's just a great way to get started in the digital marketing, because digital marketing is going to be around, yeah, for a long time. I mean, look at what's going on. The only thing it's going to do is explode, because the internet needs companies need digital marketers. They need digital marketing to promote their business. You get into digital marketing, this becomes your business. This is how you promote what you are, who you are. You become your brand. My name's Mark Scott. I'm an action taker. I want everybody to pat themselves on the shoulder, on the chest. I'm an action taker. I'm going to take action today. I'm going to get started today and make it happen. Because if you're not willing to take the steps to change your life, and you continue to fuss and fume about not having enough money, trying to work 20 and 30 hours overtime just to make ends meet, you're killing yourself. I was brought up, that was what we did. We went out, we got a job, we went to work, and we worked however many hours we needed to make ends meet. Well, with employers capping you at 40 hours, if you're not making 45, $50 an hour, it's difficult. And it takes a lot to get to that level. If you're not earning close to six figures at your 9 to 5, you're wasting your time. This blueprint is all about trading your time for dollars, or not trading time for dollars. It's getting you out of that rat race and into a productive situation where you're in control. Example, if you buy this program from me, I don't make any money on anything you sell beyond this. That's all up to you. You don't have to share your income with anybody. It's not multi-level marketing. With multi-level marketing, you've got people upline that share in your income. You have to build your downline so that you can get income off your other people. That's not what this is. This is just straight up. You purchase from me, you own it. You own the rights to resell it. And you can resell it for as much as you want to. Okay. Now, the way that the blueprint's structured, you've got the 1, 3, 6, and $900 levels. But with some creative marketing and advertising, who knows where you can go. But the important thing is, it's not about the money. It's about helping people break free from the bondage that's got them in such a dire strait that you need a way out. You need a helping hand. Well, God's putting his hand out to you right now, saying, I have the way. Come on, child, grab hold and I'll lift you up. Don't be that family sitting on top of the roof in the midst of a flood, and this John boat comes by saying, hey, y'all need help? I got plenty of room in the boat. Y'all come on in. No, we're waiting for God to provide. A little while later, it's raining and the water's still coming up toward the roof. And the mother says to the father, maybe we should have got a ride with that guy in the boat. The father says, nah, God's going to provide. Well, a little bit later, here comes a guy in another boat. Hey, y'all, I got room. Let's go to safety. It's time to go. Well, y'all look a little full, and we got to think of the dog and everything else. We're waiting on God to provide. Well, as the story goes, they wound up passing away because they didn't take hold of God's hand when it was offered. 3 times. 3 boats came by. They passed it up, waiting on God. Now I understand that God provides for our needs. He does it for different people in different ways. We have to be astute enough to see it and act on it. And that's what I'm doing for you today. I'm extending an offer that God has put on my heart to offer to you to get you out of that situation. But I'm going to tell you this. It doesn't matter whether you buy from me or you buy from somebody else. That really doesn't matter. I'd love for you to buy from me, but I don't need you to. What I need you to do is take action and start getting out of your financial situation, because action takers are money makers, right? Action takers are money makers. So until you start taking action to get yourself out of that situation, the flood's going to take you away. Okay? Don't let that happen to you. Be the action taker and get in the boat when the first boat comes along. Put ready in the comment section, and we will go from there, and I'll get you information that you need to get you started on that financial freedom road to where you can be making money by the end of the year that will get you out of that financial hole. I'll talk to you later. Thanks for listening. Y'all have been great. I greatly appreciate it. We'll see you on the next one. God bless. Peace out.